much today, bro. Today's show is brought to you by Gatorade.
You all right, bro?
Yes. Hello and welcome to Sin City Crypto. My name is David. I'll be one of your co-hosts. And today, like every single weekday, coming at you live from our beautiful studio in the heart of Las Vegas, Nevada, with our daily live show. On today's show, as you might have noticed from the thumbnail, XRP to $1. What could potentially be a catalyst as Ripple makes new partnerships and big announcements overseas in the Middle East and in Asia? We're also going to be discussing a spot ETF potentially coming in the next 8 days. We got a tweet from ETF analyst James Seyfert. And also we're going to be discussing some NFTs and gaming as well. But first, I'd like to introduce you to your other host, and his name is none other than Big Rob.
Hola! It's your boy, Big Rob, back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto. If it's your first time checking us out, well, we're the entertainment-focused cryptocurrency channel where we take old, boring, and stale information and repackage it up in a fun and tan and sexy kind of way. You like my tan?
Dude.
Tan, baby. Right. You guys have seen the pre-show. David is on one.
I'm on one, baby. How could you not be excited? With everything going on in the space, brand new producer behind the desk. I don't have to get harpooned by Rocco all show long. You know,
well,
who is this new producer, you might ask?
Oh, well, we got Ashley.
Oh,
Hey.
bow, 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 bow. Ashley, how you feeling today?
You know, David, I'm feeling real good.
Okay, you excited for our community today? Because we're excited.
Oh, so excited.
Okay, look at that. She's already bringing the money in.
Crit Cat's $2 super chat. He's one of our favorites here.
Yeah.
Said, David is juiced up driving down YouTube lane.
Making my way downtown. Also,
You're gonna be surfing the interweb as well, David.
I will be. Actually, I do want to note something. I think it's important. Someone in the chat said, who was it? Sly Monkey. Ripple has a YouTube ad for an airdrop. No. Do not, please. And I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm trying to protect you guys. Bull market, you're going to see a lot of scams, a lot of this. Just don't. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Take the time. If you believe it's true, do some research. Don't FOMO into some stupid and lose all your money in your seed phrase.
And then see in the chat, a lot of people are saying, where the hell is Rocco? Jimmy said, did we repo Rocco's Lambo? No,
It's his fiat.
Rocco, he took a day off. Okay. Yeah. The man has a life outside.
I'm envisioning Rocco is drinking a Frappuccino with a spoon, sitting in his Vespa at a red light on Tropicana and Jones.
Yeah.
Listening to Andrea Botticelli. Anyways, before we get this thing on the road, I would like to say a big thank you to our channel sponsor, Cam's Blue Wire Technology. If you're running a business and you're in the need of some professionals to help maximize your networking, IT, and cybersecurity, there is no better company that can help guide you through all your issues and make sure that you're in a perfect position to make money for your business. Visit BlueWireTech.com or click the link in the description of this video. Speaking of videos,
real quick, what's the club ratio today?
So if Emma shows up today, we will open up the club because I promised Emma. I really like that.
What do they get if we get to 180 likes?
180 likes, double club.
Double club.
Club squared. Maybe we'll get Ashley to do some dance moves.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
All right. Let's get into the funnies. Robin, you know, there's certain clues where people in the industry say the top is in. See music videos. You see people tweeting about it, grandma asking about it. Well, is the top maybe in, Robin?
Does your grandma vet your videos?
Gam.
Is that where you get the sources
from
of
her grave? Okay. Anyways, this is a song about Doge.
We're gonna take Dogecoin to the moon. Making this crypto mean $1 soon. I'm hoping it's safe, we can assume. Don't actually assume this. We're taking Dogecoin to the moon.
Guys, the top is in.
Study the economy for 7 years in college.
Glad you're laughing today, Robin.
Why?
You should continue laughing because this next one's also very funny.
Why are you so?
Energetic today?
Yeah, that's the word.
I told you, man.
Yeah.
Like the last year and a half, it's been red and bad news and this and that. I think we deserve to be a little excited. We got so many things to look forward to in the next 6 to 12 months. I can't contain myself. I'm having FOMO just sitting here. I wish I could just stop the show and go buy more crypto. But I will stop the show to show you this video. Sound like Coin Bureau.
You sound terrible.
Anyways, are you watching?
Is that a crocodile?
So this is, things you see on the road. Got to get your workout in, Rob, you're pretty dedicated to the gym. But how far are you willing to go? Extra safety, and nothing like playing hot hands.
That's how I ride my motorcycle.
Yeah. And
What is happening here? Oh.
then we have this. Ottawa paid nearly $670,000 for KPMG's advice on cutting consulting costs. That was so funny. And then,
Is it?
Katie, I have a crush on you. Will you go to prom with me? Circle your answer. Yes, definitely yes. And well, we found a no in there.
Is this yours? Is that-
This is from 7th grade.
yeah, that's
Katie hurt me. She broke my heart. All right. Let's get into this. So this was retweeted by Bitcoin Magazine, right? Bloomberg analysts say a brief window opens tomorrow for the SEC to potentially approve a spot ETF and will be open for at least 8 days. So this was put up by James Seyfert and Eric Balchunas. They are ETF analysts over at Bloomberg. A brief window opens on November 9th for the SEC to potentially approve all 12 U.S. spot ETF applicants, including Grayscale. It will be open for at least 8 days. Even if approvals don't arrive this month, we still believe there's a 90% chance of approval by January 10th. So, I guess I'll ask you, now that Bitcoin's at 35K, right? It's essentially anchored itself to the $35,000 price. If we wake up tomorrow, Rob, and we see spot ETFs are approved, where's Bitcoin at?
it's approved. So it's not live and trading.
It's just approved. The news, we approve it.
42,000.
Okay. 42K.
42,000.
I
I
like
would
that.
say within 48 hours because they're gonna approve it, and then it'll probably take 3 to 5 days for it to go live. I'm just going off a historical precedence here, where you had the futures. I think they announced it on Thursday, or it was towards the end of the week, and then they went live on the Monday following. So there was a 3 to 4 day grace period.
I want to know what the chat thinks. What is your number? You wake up tomorrow, you open up Twitter, and spot ETF is approved. Within the first 48 hours, what is the price of Bitcoin from today? I kind of like Robin's answer. I was going to say 40K. I think 42K. I think we can get a $7,000 pump just off the news alone. I really do. And then, of course, it's going to take some time. But we do know earlier this month, or late last month, BlackRock came out and said they filed a statement saying that they're planning on seeding their ETF, meaning they're planning on starting to prepare it, buy the Bitcoin necessary to launch it. We've heard numbers between $30 and $300 billion flowing into Bitcoin via spot ETF in the first month. Those are massive numbers.
I just realized there's a potential for a massive arbitrage on the institutional level, buying now, or quote unquote seeding. And then, as we mentioned, the news breaks, Bitcoin moves to 42,000, and then it goes live. Their average buy is probably going to be around 34, 35. The ETF will go live. They're selling and trading at 42, right? It's a nice little come up.
Well, can't you argue that already might be happening? That's
Yeah.
part of the
Oh,
reason why
100%.
prices have gotten pushed up to
I mean,
35?
what was it? BlackRock said that they'll be, what was it? Acquiring Bitcoin. I don't know if they didn't use the term
Seed.
seed. Did they use seed?
Yeah, seeding.
Did?
I just talked about it.
Well, yeah. So they said they were going to do that in October. Obviously, October's over. We're in November, so we're probably in a situation where that's already happening, at least from BlackRock, and I'm sure the other institutions are doing the same. But that's probably why we got that big pump, right?
Potentially. A lot of people say buy the rumor, sell the news. I think this is buy the rumor, or buy the rumor, buy the news. So just going over a few of your numbers here, my friends. S-Docs at 38,000, Frosted Flakes at 41,000. Vinobuy said 45K. Jimmy said 39.7. Magic Internet Money's here. What's up, Magic? How you doing, brother? He said between 38.6 and 38.6. This guy. 38.666 to 38.669. Very interesting numbers there, Magic. The highest I'm seeing here is
Magic book
50.
anytime soon. Can we get him back on the
Last time I think we had to reschedule him, and I apologize dearly, but I will reach back out to him. Magic, I'm going to text you after today's show, my man. We miss having you on the show. I think the largest number I saw was 50K, and that was from Baxter Churchill. So 50K. I'm in the 40 to 42 range. And guys, that is without any actual money flowing into an ETF. That is just news. People FOMOing in. Oh my God, it's finally here. Institutions are going to pile in. Let me throw some money into this thing. Bam, $7,000 daily candle. And here we are. Moving on. So this is kind of interesting to get your take on this one, Rob. So former executives of financial giant Cantor Fitzgerald start crypto lending platform for when spot ETFs are approved. This is per Bloomberg. Now, Robin, we know what happened with borrowing against Bitcoin and doing this and that. Do you think it's different when it's these financial giants that have been around for a very long time? Or is this something people should still be skeptical of? Handing over their Bitcoin, getting a loan, or leveraging their Bitcoin, or trying to stake, even though you don't get staking rewards from the Bitcoin network, but locking it up, getting rewards from a centralized authority. Is it different now that it's TradFi companies, or is it the same and we should still be careful?
There's always a potential for risk. Always. And I mean, we look at banks, they go under, right? We had SVB, Silicon Valley. We had the First Republic.
Mm-hmm.
Now they were bailed out by the Fed. Now, if you're leveraging crypto assets and you go under, or you go insolvent for whatever reason, then because if you're gonna offer a yield bearing product, you have to do something, right? So if I give a company my Bitcoin and they're gonna give me a return, say it's even 2 or 3%, that company needs to be doing something with it. They need to be lending it out to somebody. So they're going to be taking on risk to get a return. Otherwise, the business model just does not function. And even if it is a large institution, banks go under, but they get bailed out by the Fed. Now, if a crypto lending service goes under, the Fed will not step in. And so there is risk. So no matter how big the institution is, even if it's some TradFi company you respect, the Fed's not going to bail them out, and they got to take some kind of risk. Now, maybe the risk management is something they're not taking too much risk appetite. Maybe they're just lending to, say, the ETFs. That would be something that seems pretty safe. Hey, we'll lend you out Bitcoin, BlackRock. Now, would BlackRock entertain that, or they just simply buy the underlying asset and custody themselves? Probably more likely, but I'm just giving you one scenario where you can take on less risk by lending out. Or perhaps you're lending to Coinbase. They have a trading service now. So I would understand that, they need to borrow Bitcoin to facilitate trades, more than likely at certain points, especially if trade volume shoots up and they can't just easily go out and buy Bitcoin. They can just borrow some. But I would be very careful. And at the end of the day, 2-3% is not worth it. You buy Bitcoin now at 30,000, 35,000. You can sell the damn thing at some point if you want to exit Bitcoin, or if you just want to hodl for whatever. You want to sell at some point, your gains are going to be 100, 10x,
Very well said.
10x,
And the only risk is
20x.
upon
If we're looking out forward looking 5 to 8 years, you're talking about some massive returns. And what is 2 to 3%? Why even take that risk for such a meager return?
Well, some people say, well, I can still get that 10 or 20x and earn 2 to 3%, but the
you're
obvious
taking
is
you're
the
taking
risk.
on risk. I remember Michael Saylor was on the he was being questioned in an interview on why he is simply not taking any advantage of making progressive income from Bitcoin, right? They were like, well, why aren't you lending it out? Why aren't you doing something with it? And he basically went on and at the time was sounding almost foolish by saying it's not worth taking any risk. We're just gonna custody ourselves. What happens if the company that's we're lending it out to goes under?
And think about all the people that said, how much money are you leaving on the table? Right?
Yeah. And look who still has all their Bitcoin. All the other institutions were there were a lot of institutions were compromised. Yeah. And the ones that just simply said, no, I'm good on the 2 to 3% or 5 or 8 or 12%, whatever people were getting for Bitcoin during the last bull run. That was a lesson hard learned, right?
You know who's not compromised is my friend Jimmy. 20 gifted memberships. We still can't get our friend Emma a membership. This is rigged.
We gave out the chat gave out over 100 memberships yesterday.
That was badass.
Yeah.
Ashley, can we get a round of applause for the chat? Thank you. Ashley, go ahead and give yourself a round of applause. Please.
Yes, please. Thank you. Good job.
I shouldn't give herself a round of applause, but that's totally fine. All right, let's take a look here. Let's keep this thing moving here, my friends. U.S. Senator Ted Budd introduces a bill to protect the right to self-custody Bitcoin and crypto. I think a lot of people's biggest fear, and mine as well, is if they try to come after our Bitcoin, which is why, guys, just don't lose your seed phrase. I'll leave it at that. Then we have this guy, Nassim Taleb. So this was back when Bitcoin was at 30K, and just listen to what he has to say, right? I think it's important, even though these are people we don't agree with. I think it's important to listen to their arguments against Bitcoin, their arguments against crypto, why they don't like it, and that way we can be better informed. That way, when we do run across these people, we know what to expect and how to address some of their issues, right? So here we go.
Crypto, is it being used for real transactions? No. It is a cult.
In parts of the world it is, Nassim. Where the unbanked or people in very high, where they make money and inflation is 30 or 40%, and they have a cell phone and they're able to own something that doesn't depreciate immediately?
Well, it did exactly the opposite of its mission as inflation hedge, because it collapsed when inflation
collapsed to 30,000, but people were negative at $10.
But you can look at any stocks that reached $100 has started at $1 or $2. So
and a lot of those
when
collapsed.
you look at things, you don't look at the past. You look at the drawdown you can experience if you own it when it's already mature. So the one, it's not an inflation hedge. Two, the thing is, it may be good for transaction, for petty transaction, small amount of money, but it's not good for real money laundering because it's very traceable. And three, it is pretty much the first time in the history of the world we have had a cult, cult coupled with a financial instrument.
What do you make of BlackRock now trying to pursue with an ETF? You have Citadel, you have a number of Wall Street players who, by the way, for a very long time actually were very negative, skeptical, just like you.
Yes. I started positive on Bitcoin because I was disappointed with the Federal Reserve policy. But then I realized that you're going from Caribbean to Scylla, in other words, from something bad to something vastly worse. At least with Federal Reserve, we have transparency, we know what's going on, we can influence it. There's
Did you catch that last part? Robin? Listen to the last part he said.
We know what's going on, we can influence it.
Did you catch that?
Influencer?
You can influence it. There lies the answer. At least with the Federal Reserve, you know what they're doing, you can influence it. Bitcoin, you can't influence it. The only thing you can influence is the price. Not what the miners do, not where the hash rate comes from, not how much hash rate or the difficulty. That is the beauty of Bitcoin, is it cannot be influenced. It cannot be taken over. It doesn't care what you look like, who you vote for, what you say, what you do. It does not care. It does not give two craps.
And there was all these crypto influencers on Twitter. Bruv, these are the worst people in the world, these people. All these crypto influencers.
The Federal Reserve influencers are some of the worst people in the world. I would like to say that. So thank you for that. Andrew Tate, also big thank you again. Jimmy is breaking the bank. Actually, remember before the show I said, there's this whale member. He like the sugar daddy of the channel. Well, that's the guy. It's Jimmy.
You did say that.
I
You
did say
did.
that, yeah. And Ashley has requested to meet you in person and get your autograph when you do come out here. So big thank you to all of you that support.
Pretty sure she didn't say that, but
Is that 50? Oh, shit.
50 gifted memberships? Good Lord. All right.
Can we get a nuke? Do we still have the nuke?
Yeah, we got the nuke button. There we go.
Actually, can we drop a nuke on this show today? Because my boy Jimmy coming in here with 90 gifted memberships. 90. And for the love of God, can Emma please get one? Emma, listen. If you don't get one of these 50s, it's something on your end. There's no way. There's zero way. But man, Jimmy, thank you. And again, thank you to everyone who supports this channel. We love and appreciate you guys. Rob, any thoughts on Mr. Taleb? What he said? Says he did like Bitcoin, and then now he says it's worse than anything we have. Any general thoughts you want to kind of share, or commentary you want to add to this video?
You know what's interesting is that he said that with the fiat or the Fed or the U.S. the system is that it has transparency. That's the big one, right? Is there any transparency with the fiat system? We just printed, or we basically just borrowed, what was it, $1 trillion over the course of 2 months or 3 months? Which was it?
What was the number again? Sorry.
$1 trillion. The Treasury Department
It was
borrowed
a month and a half.
a month and a half.
I
It
believe.
wasn't even 2 months. Anyways,
It was
less
around that
2 months, somewhere around 2 months. $1 trillion. And where did that go? I'm just curious. Where's the transparency in that? Because you can follow every
You went to the
Bitcoin
banks,
transaction.
bro. What do you mean, where'd it go?
You can follow every Bitcoin transaction. You can know exactly where everything moves, who's got what. But where did that $1 trillion at the Treasury just bring? So if you're going to sit here and say that the federal government, the fiat system, how things operate, if it's transparent, and you're making a case about it being transparent compared to Bitcoin, that is the most foolish thing ever. And then the dude said he was bullish on Bitcoin at first. No, you bought it because your friends were talking about it and you felt like it was a good idea to not get left behind. And then all of a sudden, you still did no research. You saw the price go down. You're down on your original investment. You bought at 60,000. Now you're just at 30. Now you're bitter, and you're sitting here saying that fiat's a lot better, and it's transparent. You know what's transparent is your lack of understanding, sir. Thank you. So we got another $5 super chat from your boy Jimmy. Jimmy, man's on fire today.
Not even paid.
He said, "Ashley, turn around and look up autograph on the wall."
Oh yeah, Jimmy did sign the
Oh,
wall.
he did.
He did.
Where's Jimmy's?
Jimmy's fa-
where's
where is
Jimmy
this?
at?
Jimmy. I don't see
We can't see it over there, but where is Jimmy
I
at?
don't see Jimmy. Jimmy, I don't see you, bro. Anyways, I'm sure he'll be back out here again. We'll have him sign the wall. Anyways, Rob, why don't you get some love to the chat?
All right. So we got a $100 super chat.
You have a bidding war going on.
So Crypto Billy dropped a $9.99.99.
99.9.
Yeah, $100 super chat from Crypto Billy. Drop that nuke for us, please.
Bam.
All right. And so
My boys brought
Billy
their wallets
says,
today.
love you guys. Jimmy creating FOMO. Hashtag givers gain. And also Miss Teen Crypto's in here. I feel like when Miss Teen Crypto's around, money just rains. All right. Have you ever went in her chat? And sometimes it's
What
just,
was that day where it was like,
bro, it
grand?
was insane.
Insane.
I was like, yo, can I get a New York hot dog? Can you buy a brother something with all that fresh cash you got floating around there?
Remember, YouTube keeps 30%. Okay.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
It's not a big deal.
So, anyways, if you are new here, say hello so we can drop that hola back at you. We got PoeMan13, Crypto Agnostic, Streamrella, Media Vibes, Limpy, Dave MC, Javage, Aztec World Stars, Lieutenant Dan Dangle, JCSA Crypto, Kodala, Luke Martin, Critical Thinker, Frankie, New England, Josh Fick, Butterball, in spirit of Thanksgiving coming around the corner, Breeze, and Bit CEO. To all of you, hola! Welcome.
Robin, why don't you take it away with some market numbers here? What are the price of
market
Bitcoin?
news?
Well, some market numbers.
Market numbers. Absolutely. All right. So let's take a look at Bitcoin. All right. We got Bitcoin coming in at $35,578.42. Kind of where we got up to the 35 range yesterday. You can see here we were trading below 35. Could this mean that we have flipped the 35, the large psychological number, into support instead of it being resistance? Are we trading above 35? And next stop is what, 38 or 40?
So we're actually we're kind of at this resistance right now. We wicked up there briefly, but here, we'll just swap over to my laptop real quick. So here we have Bitcoin on the weekly, and drew this trend line because this goes all the way back to June of 2021. We wicked down here a few times and shot right back up. That is where we made our all-time high. That rally, we bumped down here to about the 29K, and then we rallied all the way up to 65 or 69. And then on the way down, we did break it, but come back up to retest, got declined. And that's where we are now, right? And so now this trend line, we're sitting at about $36,200. I would expect some resistance there, but once we break above it, what you want to see for a healthy move is you want to see a break above, retest, some call it a bump and run, and then we're off to the races. And so this is a key level I'll be looking for, but everything on the longer time frames, whether it's the weekly, if I throw on the Ichimoku, which is my favorite indicator that shows me at a glance where the trend is, this looks beautiful on the weekly. On the 3-day, it also looks beautiful. On the daily, it also looks beautiful. All 5 indicators are in congruence, and it's telling us that we are in a long-term uptrend. But this does look kind of like a rising channel, which does break to the downside. So we'll see where we go. We should see some support down here at this conversion line if we do fall that deep, which would be 31,400. And worst case scenario, which I don't see this happening, you're looking at about a $28,000 support if we go based off of what the cloud is telling us. So
Stop the presses.
What?
This just in.
What?
Miss Teen Crypto says, Rob and I need to party in Vegas. David can come if he's in a zesty mood.
What the hell does that mean?
You know what that means. I'm invited, you're not.
Wow.
Big shout out.
That's messed up.
Right.
I'm sad. Why do people gang up on me so much? Anyways, Rob, what's the rest of the markets looking like?
All right, so back at it. We're going to take a quick overview on the alts. Now, we do have
73 fear and greed, huh?
Yeah, we've been here for quite some time. And so if you take a look at the fear and greed index, I think ever since we really got into, you can see here, once we cross into the 35K range, fear and greed index went from 40 all the way up to 70. So big move as of recently. You can see the sentiment has changed. This is just from October 16th. Look, not even a month ago, the fear and greed index, basically the sentiment of people buying, selling, and holding Bitcoin. It was in fear not that long ago. Anyways, getting back at it, let's take a quick peek at the altcoins to see what the biggest movers are. You got Ethereum flirting with $1,900, getting closer and closer to that pivotal $2,000 ETH. Taking a look, you got Polygon up 10%, up 22% on
Polygon. So not to cut you off, but Polygon just announced a partnership with Near Protocol, essentially doing ZK for the WebAssembly. So it's kind of a alternative to EVM. It's supposed to bridge the liquidity gap. And so interesting to see Polygon working with Near Protocol. Yeah. Chainlink, $15. Let's go, man.
This is at $5,
bro.
Man. And we were over here beating the Polygon drum. I mean the Chainlink drum. It was just September, It was at $5, man.
I was going.
What a massive move.
I've been talking about DCAing in a chain link at $7. I told you guys on the stream I was amping up my DCA. I still have a little ways to go. But
you could have got chain link for damn near an entire year at $5.
Yes, you could have.
And this candle
Yes,
is
you
not
could've.
going to stop, man. It might pull back. It might take a break, but it's going to keep going. I think by the end of the year, I would be shocked if Chainlink is at over $20 by the end of the year.
I 100%
I will literally be shocked
I
if
agree.
Chainlink is not over $20 by the end of the year.
Guys,
And we are not scared of putting in some price predictions around here.
I've
These other
said,
channels, they don't want to do it because they don't want to get called on it. If we're wrong, we're wrong. I'm going to give you my opinion. There's no way that anybody can be a fortune teller, tell the future, know exactly what it's going to be. So take that with certainty that I will be wrong at some point. But I will say that we are not scared. We do not shy away from giving our price prediction.
I honestly think that in the next bull market, Chainlink can get to $300 to $500.
$300 to $500.
Yep. Call me crazy. Call me crazy.
That is a little crazy though.
But because we're on Chainlink, let me share this. So you know how Grayscale has trust products, right? Ethereum Trust, Bitcoin Trust. Well, they have a Chainlink Trust, and it is at a 200% premium, indicating institutional demand for the Link token. A regulated product that allows U.S. investors to gain exposure to Chainlink's Link token is trading at a 200% premium to spot prices, suggesting institutional demand. Prices of the Grayscale Chainlink Trust, GLNK, have skyrocketed nearly 100% in the last week, closing at $39 on Monday from the 21 level from just Halloween. Each share holds just $12 worth of Chainlink, making it nearly 3 times pricier than the actual value of the held assets. Excuse me. Chainlink product was released back in May of 2022 and has historically traded at a premium over 20%. These premiums have shot up to as much as 150% over 2 separate occasions, but Monday's level is the highest ever so far, and Grayscale is making a crap load of money as they are charging 2.5% annual fees. So Rob, what do you can we see a Chainlink spot ETF? Or
No.
no?
Eventually, I agree, yes. But you got to first go Bitcoin, obviously. Then you got to do Ethereum. Then you got to go Light. Then you got to go Litecoin. And then you can talk about some of these other products. Remember, they do need to fall into the commodities category. And I don't know if the SEC will basically sign off that Chainlink's a commodity. There is the foundation. I don't know exactly what the founding foundation is called, but what is it? Is it the Chainlink Foundation? I don't know. There's too many of these to remember the exact terms. But
Chainlink Labs.
Chainlink Labs.
Man, I've been trying my best to get Sergey on the show, and I'm not going to quit. So.
Jimmy says $5 super chat. He wants to know top 2 things to do today: open the club, and Ashley's opinion on the desk. So actually, she probably has no idea what the hell we're talking about. So Ashley, you see David's desk over here?
Yeah.
This beautiful desk.
Jimmy hates.
If you hit the like button over there, hit the like button.
Oh no.
So
Oh no.
on that board, there's a like button. Hit that thing in the middle.
I found it.
All right, so that's David's desk, and that's my hand going through the glory hole. Also, hit the like button, everybody. And so, our question is, what do you think about David's desk?
What am I supposed to think about it?
Do you like it? You like it? Are you a fan of it? Do you hate it?
I'm not the biggest fan, no.
Should I throw it away and get a new one? Spend another $1,200?
Yes.
Yes.
See, this is what I've been saying, and every time I bring up spending money on furniture, I get shut down. So
Yeah, we don't need to spend it. The desk is fine. Okay, the desk is fine. Leave the desk alone, Jimmy. Anyways, let's get into the news today. Ripple broadens remittances between Africa, Gulf states, the UK, and Australia. It's a source from CoinDesk. So, Ripple is working with payments fintech Onafric on a frick. What the frick? To expand remittance capabilities in Africa and across its borders with various Gulf nations, the UK, and Australia. Onafric is a major payment player in Africa that serves 400 million mobile wallets, said Monica Long, who is the president at Ripple. We're excited about this because it also contributes to Ripple payments being able to cover 90% of the foreign exchange markets. Meanwhile, the price of XRP spiked this week, fueled by the approval of the token by the Dubai Financial Services Authority, as well as Ripple's involvement in a central bank digital currency with the National Bank of Georgia here in the, well, no. Is that in the U.S.? No, that might be the country, Georgia. Anyways, I'll get some clarity on that. In addition, Ripple announced various product enhancements and license updates, including a focus on payments between enterprises and smaller businesses. So, Rob, no matter SEC lawsuit, XRP is a security, it's not a security, Ripple continues to extend their reach across the globe. At this point, are you comfortable saying Ripple and XRP is a clear-cut leader in payments and remittance processing moving into the next bull market? Remember, you do have other stuff like, I don't know, stable coins like Stellar Lumens. What are your thoughts? And what are your thoughts on this big announcement here?
The announcement itself isn't surprising. This is exactly what they're trying to do, right? They're trying to bridge central banks, also just the banks in general. They're trying to offer institutions a different payment rail that moves a little faster and more efficient than the current systems we have. And not to mention the SWIFT system, which is the one that the United States basically runs, does not have inclusion for all banks and all countries. So if you're trying to move money and you don't want to use SWIFT, or you don't have access to the SWIFT network in the same way that the EU does in certain privileged countries, you have a different option there. And especially if you get sanctioned, like say like Russia, right? What if you're trying to send money from Russia to the U.S.? There's a lot of people that are still, there's a lot of Russian citizens that are here in the States that have been cut off from sending any kind of monetary, any money back and forth to home. So imagine if you had sent your kid here to go to school and their parents are paying for tuition, can no longer do that. And so how do you get around that? And it's just one example of how being dependent on one system run by the U.S. government can not always be the best idea. And so anyways, they fixed that. Now, with that said, what does it mean for Ripple? I don't know. I don't think it's that biggest splash. This isn't something that everybody's talking about, but I don't know. Well,
It's important.
Are you excited? I agree it's important. I just haven't heard a lot of it. I haven't heard the FOMO, right? I haven't heard everyone standing up and applauding and clapping. It's almost like a bear market news, right? If something like this would have popped off in a bull market, you would see an instant 10 or 20% run up, right?
There's a lot of things going on with Ripple. They are planning an IPO, right? Initial public offering. They do plan on going public, kind of like what Coinbase did. What would that mean for the XRP token? Obviously, just at first glance, if people have multiple ways of getting exposure to Ripple, the company, is that going to take demand away from the XRP token? Is that a net negative for people holding XRP? Rob, if you are an XRP holder, if you're an XRP whale, and Ripple does an IPO, and now there's another medium where people can get exposure to Ripple, the company, by buying its stock share versus buying the XRP token, is that something you would be worried about as a holder of the XRP token?
No, why would you? Remember,
because of what I just said.
Ripple. No, I'm saying, but why would you? Ripple is the product, or XRP is the product, is the token, is what they sell, and then or what they use to trade. The Ripple is the company, and so you can have exposure to either or. They're not going to carry the same. They're not going to carry the same. They're not going to move in exactly the same way, right? And so one of them you're going to be able to make more money on it. You're like, hey man, I got a car dealership. I can either buy 1,000 Teslas or I can buy 1,000 shares of Tesla. You might make more money if the car markets are hot. You might make more money holding Tesla stock on a long term. You get what I'm saying? You feel me, bro?
I feel you.
I want to give a little shout out to the chat here though. If you are new here, say hello so we can drop an hola back at you. We have quite a few new people here. We got Poman, Cryptognostic, Streamella. Oh, no, I already said all those people. We got Tompy, Waterly G, Lai Kai, and Chris R. To all of you. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. Also, we're at 114 likes with 222 viewers. So we're at about a 50% like ratio. So we will not proceed with this show until you hit the like button.
Also, big shout out to my ninja, $5 super chat. Didn't say anything, just wanted to give us money.
Oh, okay. It's actually a super sticker.
Super sticker, my apologies.
Yes, that's correct.
They're all super in my book, guys.
Yes.
I'm just taking a look at the XRP price, right? We're sitting at 69 cents. When do you think XRP gets to $1, Rob? You think it needs a big catalyst, big piece of news? You think naturally with money flowing in? Well, what are your thoughts on XRP dollar when?
What's that? What,
69 cents.
69 cents?
Remember, we got up to about
pretty much
90 cents when the summary judgment came down.
Did it? No, I didn't get 90 cents.
Yeah, about 87 cents, 89 cents.
Did it really?
Yeah.
I'll look here. Oh, it did. Look at that.
Oh.
Or no, I got 82 cents.
82, 85 cents.
I don't know, man. I think like there's still this hesitancy because there is an ongoing court case.
But to my understanding, that thing is done. Ripple's going to pay a fine because they're not going after Garlinghouse and Larson anymore, right? So that case was dropped.
Well, that was there was three separate charges, right? One of them was, two of them were to Garlinghouse and what's the other name?
Chris Larson.
Yeah. But those got dropped, and so now they're just going after the company, Ripple. And that same summary judgment we had where the token itself was deemed a commodity or not a security, more particularly, at least how the underlying asset, how it's sold is a different game. But I don't know. The court case is still going on, man.
Interesting. All right. Let's move on.
So yeah, to answer your question, I give it a 30% chance it goes over $1. That'd be kind of my
by the end of the year.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on. Let's talk about some gaming. Some big news in gaming. If you're a gamer, put a 1 in the chat. Want to know? Put a 1 in the chat if you're a gamer. Here we have from Crypto Briefing, Epic Games brings Illuvium Web3 game to its 180 million players. 180 million players. That's a lot of players. Blockchain gaming startup Illuvium has taken a major step into the mainstream by listing its Web3 game on the Epic Games Store on November 28th. Illuvium, which is built on Immutable X, is an open-world RPG that uses NFTs and blockchain to create a seamless cross-game experience. According to Epic Games, this listing will supercharge Illuvium's user base and introduce Web3 gaming concepts to millions of new gamers. Robin, how familiar are you with Illuvium? And also, how big is this news that a giant like Epic Games with over 180 million active players is essentially bringing Illuvium into their ecosystem?
Pretty big, man. There's only a few game launchers that, basically, if you're not familiar with game launchers, you can buy, download, and operate the games from your computer, but you don't. It's not like in the ways it was done in the past, in say the early 2000s. You would just download the game and install it. Now you go to more of a marketplace, almost like an interface, like an app store, and then you have a list of games there. And one of the biggest, I don't know if they're the biggest, but if they're not the biggest, there's a second.
Who's this?
Epic
Games.
Epic Games. I think Steam might be up there. I don't know, but anyways, one of the top launch platforms. And so if you're not on their marketplace, well, you're not going to be seen, right? Now, it just depends. There's thousands of games on there. So you can say on one hand, hey, it's super bullish that they're on there. But at the same time, you're still going to have to go in and actively search for it. There's going to have to be users that are logging in to find it. It basically provides the liquidity. If you're going to compare it to something that we're a little bit more familiar with tokens, provides the liquidity, it provides the access, but people still got to be interested in purchasing and in acquiring or downloading. Otherwise, it still needs the community. But it provides the liquidity, and yeah. So
let's talk about it from an investment token standpoint. So this is Illuvium token, ILV. All-time high was over $1,600, over $1,700, Robin. Currently sitting at $77. Over the last 7 days, massive rally from 50 to where we're at now. Over the last month, went from $39 to $77. As far as the tokenomics, looks like we have about 3.7 million out of 9 million that are circulating, so about 38%. And this is, I'm not a big gamer. I do play some video games from here to there, but this is kind of more Robin's forte. But a lot of people are saying, hey, there's no game yet. It's still, but a lot of people also say it is the first true AAA Web3 game. Is this something that you at least put on your radar? Because we're at about a 20x from all-time highs. What are your thoughts?
Okay. If you've watched our show at regularity, I'm a little skeptical of gaming and Web3 because the investments that go into these gaming tokens are not from a community of people that play games, right? So you have all these people throwing money into Web3 and gaming, but they don't actually play it. So it's on the studio or the projects or the ecosystem to drive that interest to market and bring a community in to play them games. You can spend as much money as you want on a game, but for some reason, if the game sucks, well, it doesn't matter, right? People got to play it. You can have the best invention in the world and nobody buys it, then it's for what, right? Now, with that said, I do not discount the potential for FOMO when it comes to the retail community in crypto. And so if we're going into, regardless if people buy it or play it or not, on the short-term swings, going into a bull market, if you get a hold of some Web3 and gaming, and there's any sniff of big news or some kind of partnership, people are taking profits from Bitcoin and Ethereum in a bull market, and they're pouring it into the most speculative things, and people love talking about games. And so
it's a big sector.
It is.
It's massive.
But I still think that it's not quite developed to fulfill the promises that people are making for the games, right?
But you can still make money on the way.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying is retail's going to come in. They're going to just dump money on all over it. This is going to be like a Vegas strip club. And they're just going to throw money at it. And at the same time, it doesn't even matter if people are playing it, right? It doesn't even matter. I mean, we saw the metaverse land sales, right? Decentraland had nobody playing it. It was a top 20 project at one point.
Yeah.
Top 20. You were selling virtual land at a place where nobody was even there. So, will that happen again? Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. But will it be sustained? I don't think so. I would recommend this. If you're interested in gaming, find your Web3 and your gaming tokens. You get in now and you DCA the hell out on the way up. That's my go-to advice. Not financial.
Is there anything worth holding long term? No. Is Gala worth holding long term?
My personal opinion, no. I'm a big fan of Gala. I think they are doing it step by step the way a company should do it. They have a library of games. They have top-notch. They have top-notch studios building for them. You have experienced developers from AAA franchises. They're doing everything right. I just think that, like, man, I can get some monster returns in the long term from ETH to a lot of other layer ones. And I just feel like you're taking on more risk with Gala, and it's no slight at Gala. I just think that if I got $1,000, I can put it in Gala, or I can put it into Chainlink. I'm gonna put it in Chainlink, bro. Same thing with Polygon, and and there's a bigger risk. If you got the risk appetite, there's a bigger risk with Gala. You can put that 1,000 into Gala, and I bet you got more potential for X's. You got more potential for 100x on Gala than you do Polygon. But Polygon probably has more of a steady chance of hitting 20x. And that's it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, which one is, has a likelihood
it comes down to risk versus reward.
Yeah, exactly that. So for me, I just the gaming, it just doesn't, I'm not sold on it just yet. But I think Gala is doing it.
Are you more sold on gaming or metaverse?
They're both the same dumbass thing. Well, no, metaverse is dumb, but the gaming is just not there yet. The metaverse, if you buy some real estate in the internet, and you imagine that you're going to be sitting there with your VR goggles on, and instead of having your house party, you invite everybody over. No, you're going to be sitting over there by yourself, roasting fake marshmallows. I'm like, see the toast in this? Feel me?
All right.
All right. What does the chat think? I want to know. Put a 1 in the chat if you think that gaming and or metaverse is going to be something that is here to stay next bull run, next 4 or 5 years. Does this ecosystem roll out? Are people actively playing Web3 games, blockchain games, hanging out in the metaverse? Or do you think that this is all a pipe dream? It's not quite here yet. It's going to take way too much time to develop. 8 years down the road. Let me know. The 2 in the chat if you don't think it's here in the next 3 years. Put a 1 in the chat if you think it's. What was it?
You're the one who said it.
1 not here. No, 1 here, 2 not here, right? Yeah, that's what it was. I forget my numbers, man.
It's okay, Robin. We're here for you, my friend.
Speaking of numbers, 138 likes.
42 away. No. Wait.
Are we going to open up the club?
42 away.
Emma's here. Remember?
Emma's here. Emma, stay. We will open up the club, but just not
Can we
yet.
open up the club now?
Not yet.
Why not?
Not yet.
Why do we wait till the
Not
end of the
yet.
show? Hold on.
Robin, not yet.
Ashley?
No,
We
Ashley.
need
Ashley.
to open up this damn club.
No, I am the captain.
I'm just saying.
I am the captain.
No, you're not the captain. She's actually the
We
captain.
will
She's the
open up-
one in the producer chair.
She's the co-captain, all right?
She is the main captain.
She is the co-captain.
Who are you listening to? We need to open up the club. Emma's here. We promised Emma we would open
are
the
going to
club.
open up the club. Can we talk about NFTs first?
No.
Ashley, you pick.
Let's open the club.
There it is. Let's go. Burn, burn, burn.
You're fired, Ashley. You're fired.
Yeah. Look at those dancers. Are you doing the roll, bro? Get out of here, man.
Called it Larry Birdie, baby. Ashley, I will never forget you picked Robin over. Never.
Of course I did.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. Ask
You
him for
say of course.
Starbucks tomorrow.
You said of course.
Ask him for
Of
Starbucks
course.
tomorrow. Wait,
I
you're
will.
fired. You're actually fired.
I'm fired?
You're fired, yeah. But don't leave. Just finish the show because we still need you.
No, I'll
Um,
leave right now. It's fine.
No, it's okay. Anyways, Emma, we love you. We're sorry you didn't get a membership. But you can always pay for one yourself. It's only $3.
We'll open up the club again as well if we get 180 likes.
Miss Teen Crypto said, David, I can't.
This is exactly why Miss Teen Crypto said she'll go to the club with me.
Listen,
I'm just saying-
hold
okay,
on. No,
okay.
no.
On a
it's not
visual.
fair.
On a visual.
No,
Who is
no,
dressed
no.
for the club right
It
now?
doesn't
Who
matter.
is dressed for the club?
If I can zoom into your pants and your shoes right now, okay? First of all, I'm sitting down. Who dances sitting down? Okay?
I
That's a
do,
slap dance.
bro. My car dance game is on fire.
Second of
right
all,
now, bro.
no,
my car
stop
dance.
it.
My car dance. I use the seatbelt and I go across.
Catch me
then
at
I
the
got-
club. I got moves, bro.
You got,
I got
no
moves.
moves. You got no moves, bro.
You'll have to find out.
Your
When
signature move at the end of the show
when
is a
MT
finger tornado. Ashley's like, what
That is a
that?
show move. That is not a club move. There's a difference. God, you're so freaking uncultured. Anyways, Missing Crypto, when you come out here, you'll see my dance moves when we go to the club to celebrate your 21st birthday. Anyways,
We'll get you that fake ID. You ain't got to wait that long.
we don't need a fake ID. Anyways, please, guys. NFTs. Over the last 24 hours, Bitcoin has surpassed Ethereum as the #1 blockchain for NFT sales volume, coming in at $17 million, with Ethereum trailing at $15 million. And then it's a massive drop-off down to Solana. I've never heard of it. I mean, I've heard of this, but I don't know what Mythos? Anyways, IMX, Polygon, Flow, Cardano, BNB, and Arbitrum ran out the top 10. And then some other NFT news here. The Simpsons. Are they the longest running show, a cartoon show? I think they are. I could be wrong. Anyways, they did an entire show on NFTs. And of course, everyone watches The Simpsons. They're known for predicting the future. And they did predict that NFTs would cross, I think of what the Bored Apes would be like at $1.5 million. So, of course, all the Bored Ape people with their eyes shut because of the laser beams. That's not funny, Robin. It's not funny, all right? Anyways, in a special Halloween-themed episode, the long-running animated series The Simpsons that aired on Sunday, the popular Yellow family ventured into the world of NFTs and crypto. And of course, there's a few clips, but you show those clips, immediately it gets taken down by YouTube. So we're not going to do that, but we can show you a picture. This is kind of what the picture looked like here, and you had some price tags on it. And either way, it brought some mainstream attention to NFTs. And then, Robin, we have this. Amazon announces plans to gift its subscribers free NFTs. Now,
I have an Amazon account.
yeah, but you have an Amazon Prime account.
Yes.
Then you'll get a free NFT, my friend.
Score.
Sounded like Napoleon Dynamite. Anyways, Amazon's rumored venture into developing its own NFT marketplace has sparked considerable anticipation. However, the retail giant has already begun its NFT journey via its Prime gaming portal, where it offers a selection of NFTs for free to its subscribers. For those subscribed to Amazon Prime, a variety of free NFTs are readily available, presenting an array of assets usable within existing blockchain games. The NFTs encompass playable characters, special outfits, and skins representing valuable assets worth seizing. With an estimated 170 million Prime subscribers, the potential to obtain these NFTs is significant. Robin,
Okay, pause.
we have talked about on this show NFTs, the market, volume, dead. Floor prices have taken massive hits. Bored Apes went from 150 down to 25. Some of the top projects are under 0.1 ETH, half an ETH, where they were in the 20s, 30s, and 40s.
That's right.
Are we seeing a revival of the NFT
No.
space? Oh. Okay.
That thing is dead, man.
Listen, man.
Hey, you step on a cockroach, it twitches for a little while, right?
Wow. You just compare NFTs to cockroaches.
I'm just saying, bro. You step on a cockroach, it doesn't immediately die. It kicks its legs, twitches an antenna, and But sometimes you can step on that cockroach, and that little guy, man, he'll jump right back up and scurry away. So, it just depends on the soles of your shoes, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
The
A lot
soles
of gaps in there.
of your shoes.
You might get away. No, in all honesty, I think that the JPEG movement is a thing of the past. Honestly, I think there's always going to be people that are looking for scarce assets. So things like CryptoPunks, Bored Apes, I think they'll still carry a price tag. Will it be as substantial as it was in the past? Maybe, maybe not. But I think there's always going to be room for those style of JPEGs in the market. But what we saw in the past, where there was just constant new projects being minted, celebrities minting new projects, and there being massive FOMO, billions of dollars moving into different NFT projects every week. I think those days are over in the JPEG form. But now, if you're talking about tokenizing real world assets with the NFTs or the promise of NFTs, I think that is a real thing. It'll be expanded upon. I think that the NFT market providers, so anyone that has a strong NFT ecosystem that can use tokenized NFTs, I think that is going to be very strong. But at the same time, I think that we're going to see a boom in NFTs in both in media, right? So you got music, videos, movies. I think those make a lot of sense for NFTs. If you've ever downloaded a movie and purchased a movie on some third-party app that is on your Samsung TV, and all of a sudden you forget the password, or that platform shuts down and they're no longer offering services, your movie is gone.
Wow.
So if you have an NFT, you retain ownership. You always own the asset, regardless if the streaming service is still in business or not. So,
you know what I own? I own a lot of gratitude. And it's gratitude to our channel sponsor, Cam's Blue Wire Technology. I would love to give one last shout out. Cam's Blue Wire Tech. If you want to learn how they can help your business grow and maximize and scale your IT networking and cybersecurity, visit bluewiretech.com. There is a link in the description of this video. We wanted to thank all of you guys for tuning in today. I said this in the beginning of the show. You know, the last year and a half, it's been rough, right? You've had friends and family come up to you and laugh at you, point the finger and say, I told you so, you're an idiot. Your wife might have said, why did you dump all of our savings into crypto? At least that's what my wife says. And I think we can finally rejoice, right? You know, the psychology of the market cycles, you see that floating around everywhere. I believe we're in this disbelief because there's still some people saying Bitcoin is going to 10K, which it potentially could. But for me, we are in the early stages of a bull market. So for all of you that have been patient, that remain vigilant, that continue to learn, that continue to tune in, you are about to get rewarded at a level that you have never been rewarded. And we're excited to be here with you for it. And so thank you to all of you guys. We love doing this with you. And make sure to come back tomorrow. Also, go follow us on Twitter at SinCityCrypto1. And big thank you to Ashley for filling in today. Ashley, you did a really good job. I'm very proud of you. Even though you picked Robin over me.
I did.
I still, you did a great job.
Very intelligent.
You're a natural. We might have to come up with a payment plan to pay you, though. We'll talk about that later after the show.
All right.
But with that being said, Ashley. You guys, thank you so much. It was an amazing show. Come back tomorrow. We have 2 guests joining us. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. We love you guys. On behalf of all of us here,
shout out Renan M, Joel, AYC, River, Trader Bot.
Entertainment and info, gonna show you how to get that big dough. So every day stay tapped in. For big facts, no capping. With Bitcoin, if you're in, then you win. We divide the pie with no fraction. It's Big Rob, David. I spit the game, but they gave it. Named according to your favorite. I got dry powder, why save it? To the OGs, new beginners. Special shout out to the well members. Buy the dip, sell winners. Ain't really nothing you can tell sinners. Tune in for the latest new flavors. They gonna teach us mean coins. They polarizing like barbecue chicken pizzas. I laugh with a major grin. Laggers, we trade them in. Baddies, they came to sin. And sinners gon' play to win. Screaming, hola, till my bags are flowing over. Hold ya to the moon, then to the solar. Won't I? Don't be letting FOMO control ya. It's over when the finger tornado close ya.